Aside from the visual effects and narrative, one of the most appealing aspects of the MCU is that it has managed to pair a few superheroes, and every hero has one man on whom they can rely. Some friendships between heroes and commoners are shattered. Given their hectic employment, it's natural for them to sit back and unwind with their co-workers on occasion. These are the top 10 Marvel Bromances. Before we get further, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Alright, let's get to it. At number 10, Loki and Mobius. The developing bromance between these two is young, but their polar different personalities make it appealing. Mobius is well aware that Loki is devious and clever. Despite knowing his backstabbing methods, he places his faith in him. Friendships are basically built on the fulfillment of mutual progress. From the pop culture references they embrace to Loki's love of disruption and mayhem, they help each other develop. And with each step, they both grow as people. At number 9, Groot and Rocket. Rocket is a trash-talking, genetically created raccoon coupled with the stuff of legend, a muscly tree man. Groot and Rocket were terrorizing the planet in unimaginable ways long before the banning of our favorite comic misfits. Groot recognizes a confused raccoon that simply wants to be loved behind the wall of insults, and Rocket Raccoon recognizes a well of emotions beneath every "I am Groot." Although unexpected, this coupling demonstrates that being a tree lover benefits us in more ways than one. At number 8, Peter Parker and Ned. Instead of Harry Osborn, Ned Leeds became Peter Parker's best buddy this time. Thankfully, this Spider-Man did not have to face the Green Goblin. Ned Leeds was one who uncovered Peter Parker's true identity. During a number of Peter's missions, he aided him. Ned distracted the other students on the bus in one of these sequences from Infinity War, allowing Peter to escape and assist the Avengers in fighting Thanos' offspring. Ned went above and above what a brother would normally do for a sibling. At number 7, Bucky and Sam. Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson were initially adversarial. Bucky was formerly a brainwashed Hydra soldier intended with killing everyone who stood in Hydra's way. Steve Rogers' companionship was what brought him back to reality. Before the events of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, his brainwashing problem was addressed in Wakanda. Following Steve Rogers' retirement, Sam Wilson assumed the mantle of Captain America and partnered up with Bucky Barnes to defeat the Flag Smashers. At number 6, Rocket and Thor. Thor didn't only have a brother-like connection with Peter Quill. Thor also spent a significant amount of time with Rocket, another Guardian. In Infinity War, Rocket assisted Thor in the construction of the Stormbreaker, and they returned to Asgard together in Endgame to collect the Reality Stone. As a result, they bonded fairly well. When Thor is distraught over the people he has lost, Rocket comforts him. Since Rocket's also suffered a loss, it's no surprise that they got along. At number 5, Tony and Rhodey. As much as he can, Rhodey's always been with Tony. In Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3, he assisted Tony in defeating Ivan Vanko and discovered the Mandarin's secrets. He later joined the Avengers, and Tony referred to him as the closest friend, despite the fact that he was wealthy. Rhodey was mistakenly attacked by Vision in Captain America Civil War, and he lost both of his legs as a result. When Falcon came to apologize, Tony became enraged and knocked him out. At number 4, Scott and Luis. Like Scott Lang, Luis has lacked superhuman abilities. Scott Lang, on the other hand, has always been a close friend of his. Despite his status as an Avenger, Scott maintains his decency and remains best friends with his ex-con pals. Scott's friendship with Luis is a tribute to how much of an everyman he still is. Luis, on the other hand, is no slouch, and he has Scott's back just as much as Scott does his. At number 3, Steve and Tony. In their MCU adventures, Steve Rogers and Tony Stark had to go through a lot. When they were first introduced, they couldn't stand the sight of each other. And later, when the Sokovia Accords were created, Steve was forced to confront Tony since he attempted to kill Bucky Barnes when learning that Bucky had slain his parents. Both personas had opposing viewpoints from each other, but nevertheless, they always managed to join before the last fight and beat the enemies together. At number 2, Happy Hogan and Tony Stark. When Happy first meets Tony, they immediately become close friends. He began as his driver and later progressed to become his personal bodyguard. Happy jumped on him during his date with the scientist to keep him safe, and Hogan gets Tony's daughter's cheeseburgers after Tony's burial. Despite the fact that Tony jokes might be a little harsh, he cares profoundly about Hogan. Tony remains at Happy's side in the hospital after he is attacked and knocked out. When Hogan regains consciousness, Tony requests that the nurses turn on Downton Abbey on the television. At number 1, Sam and Steve. Throughout their time on the MCU, Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers remained close. Sam didn't start as an Avenger, and it was only because of Steve Rogers that he became one. They both relished their time together, and when Sam chose to assist Steve and Natasha in capturing the Winter Soldier and uncovering the wicked truths of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, Steve tried to stop him, but Sam persisted. Their relationship was the cause, and Sam was the one person in whom Steve Rogers had the most faith. Well guys, that's it for this one. What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to sub and ring that bell so you get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Marvel 10s.